Welcome back to Culture Healing. I am here with a special guest. I've admired his platform for about 3 weeks now because I think I followed him about 3 weeks ago, and I admire the things that he is able to blend his spirituality with his natural eating and just being zen in the old. I have not seen a fitness guru who was able to blend both lifestyles, so I'm truly honored to be in his presence. And then for him to tell me that he's as well Guyanese is like a treat.
Yes,
So let me introduce you to Sean. Did I pronounce it well?
Sion.
Oh, Sion. My apologies. So, Sion, welcome to my platform, and it's an honor to have you here.
Brilliant, sister. Thank you first and foremost, and definitely it's a pleasure to be able to just have a platform to speak and to because it's a time where knowledge is power. So being able to reach out to somebody or have somebody reach out to you because they see something in you that everybody can vibe with or everybody can learn from. It's a beautiful thing. I'm Sion from Barbados. I'm living in Barbados now, but originally we were born in Guyana and decided to give Barbados a try in 2014, and here I am now. I'm loving it.
How has the try been? I mean, you give it a try. How has the try been for you?
In the beginning, it was a bit up and down, and that's because I wasn't aware of
yourself,
my power.
Yeah.
Right. But now that I come into, so let's just say knowledge itself, I can just move in certain circles without having these circles affect me. Just understand what is what, and also know that absolute everything that comes into my present is here to teach me something. So if somebody trying to act negative, like I can, hold a firm vibration. Or somebody else can learn from me holding a strong vibration. I can see that this person is just not, let's just say spiritually mature, because you can only operate from your level of awareness. So if you're not aware that your cause gonna bring back your effects, somebody bad, they can teach you bad. Once you do these things, you don't have to worry about certain things. So I just try to be humble and hold my own space.
So I can definitely relate. Before we start the session, I was telling him that I just came on my journey and just how in just a few moments of, or a few months I should say, of meditation and yoga, and how that actually made me evolve and open up more to a lot of things, and how food actually have, well, I didn't say this, but I'm now saying this, food actually have such an impact on just your being in a whole. You know what I mean? And people don't understand that. So I have said that on my platform. I have many videos saying that on my platform, but I want you to be able, from your perspective, tell me how you found food relation to your journey and how it affects your body and your energies, every single thing.
Oh my gosh, like food is everything, man. You are what you eat.
Yes.
And that's a fact. Food is well responsible for repairing your DNA. But not just food alone, right? Because before we were who we are now, we didn't need to eat. Right? We would survive on energy, right? Energy from the sun,
the earth.
Again, I'm going to soak up in the sun, the breath, people discredit these elements, but nature is God, if you want to call it that, right? Because nature gives us everything that we need, right? But you are what you eat, and I like to, as you put it, eating natural, because now you can find a lot of young vegan food, But I like how you put it, eating natural, because you see, what we gotta understand is that Earth is alive, right? Earth is alive. And there's an old saying, with age comes wisdom.
Yes,
right?
Please.
And if Earth is alive, and Earth has been alive before we got here, right? Billions of years. So we can imagine how much information Earth has to offer us. And when we eat from the soil, right? Especially if we eat consciously, if we understand that this apple is an apple and this apple holds certain information,
Yes.
and you give a gratitude to this apple, and you say, it is my intention to merge with your wisdom,
Yes.
you know, as I eat this apple. And you talk to your food like that, right? It's like you're giving an intention that, hey, I want to be one with you, right?
Yeah,
so when we eat like this, we can become divine. We can start to understand our connection to everything, right? Because Mother Earth has been around for billions of years. This version of humanity has only been around for, well, this is a new version of humanity, right? This is like the fifth try of us being on planet Earth, right? So when we eat from the soil, we can understand love. We can understand everything, right?
Because it's written in a way within that, core.
Right? We can be more. We can be who we were meant to be, who we came here to be, right? Because certain food lower your vibration, as we know, and that's your choice, you know. I mean, the animal came here to be our companion.
Yes,
right?
Not to be eating people.
And also at a time way back in true history. Like let's just say let's just say people might call it Atlantic sink, but it's just cycles of Earth that we never experienced, right? So it's just that the tides raise, and it's gonna happen to us. It's happening now, and science is calling it global warming. But it's not real global warming. It's just cycles that we never experienced. It's like let's say you and I never left Guyana, right? And we never experienced countries that have 4 seasons, right? So we would see, oh, it's getting cold. We're gonna think we're gonna die, because so we're not accustomed to this temperature. But no, this is a cycle, right? This is a cycle. And remember, planet Earth been around for billions of years, right? So it's just cycles that we never experienced, right? So we're gonna have to adapt, you know, to do different things. But with all the energy, I mean, this kind of like side off from the fruits and stuff.
That's okay. Everything connects.
But with all the energy and information of eating food, it can bring you back to these knowingness where you can understand what is, what was, and then it raises your frequency so much that you would start to tap into information, like how you and I tap into each other's frequency, right? And all of these stuff stem from raising your frequency. And one of the best ways to raise your frequency is to eating, let's just call it real food, you know, because you can food section now and whatever other
not canned food, real food that is live, that was grown.
Real food is information, right? And once we connect to Earth, we can connect to everything. So we can go back and talk about Atlantis, and we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna talk about that, because the food have real food that's coming from the source, have all of this information, and we can tap into all of this information. So it's not really a sidetracking, but food can give you all of these knowledge so that you can be very broad, you know. But I think food is very important.
And with that, so you'll be able to have information. I find that people that are on this journey are telling me that you believe that I know this, but I wasn't told this information, and that is what he is relating to. Like, you will be able to know something, you'll be able to connect on a level, and you're like, where is this connection coming? How do I even know this information? I haven't seen it anywhere. I've had a few of that in my journey as well. So I can definitely understand what he is saying in terms of food is just more than eating. Food is your life. Food is where you want to go, where it can carry you. And it actually begins with what we changing what we've been taught to eat, because this was not our original diet, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It is, and if you like the great Dr. Sebi, one of my favorite teacher, like you know, he said they take the black man out of Africa, but did not bring the black man food. You know what I mean? And when you even check it, you're right, because we're under a system of domination and control, right? And we've been studied down to the last cell, right? We've been
I so happy that you said that,
right? And the food that they feeding us is
to
food
keep
that's
us down,
destroying us. It's destroying us. It's destroying us. And even if you look at it, right, the word death, within the word death, you can find it. Right? And that's what a lot of us are doing to ourselves, you know? We don't even understand we were told we got to eat 6 times a day. You know, you have your 3 meals and your snacks. We weren't told how long it takes for these meals to digest.
Thank you.
Know what I mean?
Thank you very much.
How long it takes for these meals to digest. You know, we were told a lot of stuff, you know, but it's crazy when you start to understand things, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And they've built an eating society where you're constantly feeding yourself, like you're constantly thinking that you're hungry. But what I've been telling people is that you're not actually hungry. What it is, because you haven't filled your body with the necessary vitamins and minerals, you feel hungry, but not the hungry that you're thinking that you need a burger, you need a piece of chicken. It has nothing to do with that. It has only wholly to do with what your body is lacking. So basically a lot of people are malnourished, and when people say malnourished, you're thinking of like the children in Africa they're constantly shown on television. That's not malnourished. Malnourished is that you're lacking a lot of vitamin and minerals within your diet. So for me, I am so strong on fasting every day to 12 o'clock. Yes. And I love to fast before I eat, especially if I have like a heavy meal before. I love flour. I'm not gonna lie, even though I've changed my diet. You know, we got pastries. You know, our pastry is the bomb.
Like cakes and
exactly. So I have a thing with flour, but I'm able to at least understand how long flour takes to digest, and also I really and truly don't like the heaviness flour gives me. So I try my best to, if I'm to eat that, I give myself after that a long time before I eat. So I fast late into the day, do a smoothie, and go from there. So with me saying all of that, what does your breakfast look like, and how late or so do you eat?
I can't advise nobody to eat how I eat. I study my body, and I don't have like a strict diet because how should I put this? Like, I want to tap into what we just discussed earlier about vibing on prana, right? And energy, right? So, and I spend a lot of time in the sun, man. I connect with the sun because that is the first source of nutrients.
Yes.
Right? When you break it down, yes, you gotta eat from the plant and stuff, but where the plant's eating from?
Yes. Thank you.
You know, so I'm practicing. I try to connect with the sun, talk to the sun, merge with its information, etc. And because of that, I find like I don't really have much of an appetite. Like I would eat, right? I would eat, but the morning, like yesterday, like minutes to 12, and I'm now making a smoothie, and I wasn't even hungry, and I'm now making a smoothie. So that's not even breakfast. But if I should tell somebody what I eat, it's just primarily like fruits, and I love nuts. So I always have all different assortments of nuts, and I'm all got a lot of herbs, you know, different herbs, and definitely some sea moss, and I make a lot of shakes, So pretty much that's how I eat. Like I don't eat rice. I don't really use the sweet potatoes, like hardly ever.
Yeah.
Primarily, I eat nuts, fruits, and shakes. But I like to think I eat the energy of the sun.
Got you. So how long have you? So with that being said, for some people who may see this and be like, what? So you're not hungry because they don't understand the essence. You've been building your body for a while. So with him having to eat that type of diet or lifestyle, I don't want to call it diet, for a long period of time, getting his son, whatever, he is able to feed his body what it needs. So he's not going to feel hungry. But some people isn't going to understand that. So in terms of that, how long have you been on the prana eating, you should say?
Like I said earlier when we was having our little chat, I think it all started in 2015, right? Because I just get tired of everything, you know, I just dropped everything and I moved to the UK. I just dropped everything, man. This work was stress, you know, the environment. It was the best job I had, but yet still, you know, everybody wants to be the best, and sometimes people have this mentality that you gotta climb on people in order to get to the top.
Yes.
And like I don't move how people move. I move how I move, and because of that, I don't have too many friends, and that's cool. Because you know, if you don't,
it's a lonely journey.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
I just quit the job, and I had a lot of time to learn, you know, and to unlearn as well.
Yes.
right? And there was this guy called Yogi. I can't remember his name.
Is he on YouTube?
Yeah, he's this Ayurvedic teacher, right? And he used to heal people from all sorts of stuff. I got it. He still sending me email, but I just can't remember his name off the top right now, right? But that's the thing. I used to watch his program every day, all kind of stuff. And I learned about it and engaging from him in 2015. There's this one very corporate woman, and she needed healing. She suffered from anxiety and all of this stuff. And you know, some people with money feel like they know everything. You know what I mean? So he suggested that they do a practice of sun gazing early in the morning, right? And during the episode of the sun gazing, she started to cry because it brings a sense of calmness in her. And then she's like, I never thought the sun could do this to me and make me feel this and be so healing, right? And then I started to practice it. And I've researched different things. And it's funny when your frequency raise, and you know, people call it the law of attraction. But I kind of call it, from understanding certain things as well, I kind of like call it the law of vibration, because you can only attract the people that's matching your frequency. It's like literally impossible for you to attract, let's say,
anything other than.
Yes, right? So even if somebody, we might think we're conscious and we're spiritual and stuff, right? But we're going to come across persons that, you know, going to give us a few curse and stuff, right? But then that means that at some point we match this person frequency, or they match our frequency, right? And that just come to show us that, okay, this is an opportunity for me now to go back and curse, or this is an opportunity for me to see like there's a person of myself healing, right? But I started this sun gazing stuff in 2015, and you know, I've been building myself up. And again, you learn so much, because when I first start, I would be like, you know, squinting. Right? Not because the body is so intelligent. The body is so intelligent. Now, any given time of the day, I can go and say, greetings, beautiful. And I can start it, right? Because I talk to the sun like it's my girl sometimes.
I got you. It's connection. I love it.
Yeah, man. It's a connection, and it talks back. Believe it or not, it talks back. Not audible, but
of course not. Okay, people, let's get this straight. The conversation we're having here is not for you to be thinking with the sun talk. If you're going to be thinking like that, don't listen to this podcast. We ain't about that. Understand? This is for higher learning, higher vibration, higher everything here. So he is literally not saying the sun is talking back to him. All right? But okay, so I love that. All right, so before you've gotten, for anybody who is now coming onto this journey, what are your food lists that you would say they should be able to eat? Because as I said before, in order for you to understand this journey, you don't have to go and look at no yoga, nothing online or Sapga guru or nothing like that. Change your aspect of what you put into your body. Lighten your load. Exactly. Lighten your body load. Lighten your mind load with that food, and then you will see everything else comes into your view. Like there is nothing that you don't want out of good intentions, okay? That you do not attract. It is literally that easy to, as they say, manifest. But you have to be genuine with that fact. So in order for you to be able to connect with your emotions, connect with everything around you, it starts with eating. So what would you advise anyone who wants to start a journey like this to eat, and when to eat? Do you have anything around that area?
Okay. And being that we're gonna keep it broad, because not everybody is from the Caribbean and not everybody have access to foods, right? But I think in the morning, and then understanding the cycles of the body, and when the body allows us to eat, right? And we have cycles. So in the morning, your body's pretty much detoxing itself. Right? Your body's going through its detoxification phase. So you wanna if you're gonna have anything, you can have some like fruits in the morning. You can have some melon, you can have some mango, you can have any types of fruits in the morning.
Strawberries, if you can't get the mangoes.
It is easier to process, and I like to use the analogy of, you might be cleaning the house, of your body, the body cleaning, and then you have your husband, your child, or whoever come running in, They can take
right. So we're back. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, so we're back again. So he stopped off at just where you're supposed to eat and how the body is seasonal. So your morning eating schedule, we are about to get into that good stuff. So yes.
Yeah, sorry about that, but everything is in divine order. So everything is there to teach us. But yes, like I was saying, so let's just use the timestamp. So between 4 in the morning and lunchtime, that's where your body is pretty much going through its detoxification phase, right? That's where it's cleaning out everything, right? So you can have light meals within there, or just a little fruits, nothing too heavy. And like I said, you can have something and it wouldn't totally alter the cleaning process, right? But something like, if you're going to have anything, lots of liquid, right? This liquid helps with the process, whether you want to have herbal tea, water, etc.
Ginger is good for...
Ginger, definitely good. Turmeric, some blue vervain, some, you can mix some different herbs. Like, you can't go wrong with herbs,
It's true.
You can't go wrong with herbs.
It's very true.
For lunchtime now and 8 p.m., that's where your body now is producing the different, let's just call it enzymes, digestive enzyme, where you can break down foods, right?
The heavier foods.
Yeah, and then if you look at it, it's kind of like how nature operates. Like we should be moving in accordance with nature.
True.
Right? Around the time, that's when the sun is at its peak, right? That is right because between lunchtime and let's say 4, that's when the sun is at its ripest. So between that time, you want to have your heavier meal around that time, right? And then pretty much you slow down as the time wind down. And then between 8 now and 4 a.m., that's where your body's going through its assimilation phase, right? And that basically just means like your body's processing everything. And not just the food, all your thoughts, everything that you've been through for the day, your happiness, the foods, everything, your body's processing all of that. And again, at that time, you don't really want to give it much, allow the machine to work how it's working. And even if you look at it now in the sense where you have between lunchtime and 8, that's an 8-hour window to kind of like eat, and the rest of the time you're not really eating, and then they come back because they say everything is
a repeat,
and then they come back now to what we call intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's how we were naturally meant to eat. And then when we started to understand the core, man, you can be fasting a lot.
It's true.
You'll be using lots of light food and stuff, right? Because the core, let's just say God lives within the core, right? This is your connection to higher awareness. This is where all of the emotions come from. Your lack of willpower, all of these things start and ends in the core. And once you understand certain things, you're gonna give that machine a time to rest. Because every machine needs the opportunity to rest. You're not gonna drive the car hold it.
It's true.
To rest. And then because the body is so divine, if you're not resting, if you don't know how to take care of it, it's going to make you rest, meaning that's sick, but not necessarily sick. It's just that you don't understand how the body operates, right? So the body's going to take its rest, and when you eat, the body's going to make you vomit. Why? Because I need to rest. I need to rest.
Yeah.
We think we're in control, but we're not in control.
Yeah.
We're not in control, right? So once you operate from these principles on how to eat, and understand the body and how divine the body is and how food affects the body, whether in a good or a bad way, that's the key towards,
understanding everything. Yeah.
That's the key towards the awakening, right? But that's kind of like the second key, because the first key is the mind, understanding that everything is mental. And once you keep your mind in a certain space, then it's going to allow you to find the healthy food. It's going to allow you to find the job. It's going to allow you to find whatever it is, right? Because all is a manifestation of the mind, literally all. If you're going to go to work, first you have to think about going to work. If you're going to go to gym, you have to think about it. And then that thought is going to allow you to make a creation action, right?
Yeah.
All mind. But just healthy food that come from the source, in a nutshell. And that's it. And there's different persons body can accept different foods at different time, right? But you just gotta, because one does not fit all. So you just gotta be willing to invest in knowledge of self.
And yourself, yeah.
Yes, and when you eat this, what happens? But communicate with your food. Communicate. Or people used to pray over the food, and they know what they used to do because they understand the power of the words, right? So pray for your food, and you can, like I tell some of my clients, they want to have some wine, because you can't stop people from living. Everything needs balance. But what you can do, bless the wine.
Yeah.
My intention to raise the vibration of this lovely wine, and anything that does not reflect my magnificence may not enter my body.
True.
I drink, right? Because it don't have to affect you, right? But if you give it the power, you see that, and that's one of the trick, right? And this is my take on this whole. Because when we check it, we just used to eat healthy foods. We just used to eat. There wasn't no health food. No.
Yeah.
But like I said, we've been studied. And this is just my theory. Like we were talking just now, how we just know things.
Yes.
Right? So this is what I've come to realize. And I even had this personal experience recently. But so collectively, we all have one mind.
Yes.
Hence we call it now the field, right? We all have one mind. Hence why you can think about somebody and they can call you or they can show up and all of that, right? And that's something I tested as well, like call me.
Yes.
And then I get a phone call, right?
Yeah.
So we all have one mind and collectively we can do so much good. Science even did meditation and this, everybody come together in meditation and we do so much
You can heal a person, literally. You can heal a person.
All of that good stuff. And because we've been studied and by some very dark forces, right? So in order to lower our frequency, I think these people decide to taint our food with us so that everybody say, oh, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. And just by us doing that, we lower the vibration of ourselves first, and then we start eating that does not represent us anymore, right? But going back to the old people and knowledge of self, you know that, hey, I used to eat this because then I stopped with the flour, but then I'm like, I used to love bakes. And my mother used to say, you woman ain't got no problem what you to make you bake. And then I'm like, but I used to eat all these things and I was healthy from as long as I know myself. And then
all of a sudden you're sick.
Like, so it's just for understanding that there's a lot of evil out here and the evil is right in our face, but we don't know it. Right? So just eat your food, bless your food. And do not think that you're going to get sick, because if you think it, you will manifest.
It's going to happen. Yeah.
Right? So it's time for us to take back our power, time to become sovereign. We are the divine reflection of what you call God, source, whatever you want to call it, right? And then you have some people that can put a fire in their mouth, can walk on water, and all this stuff, poison, and they're still alive. Nothing happened, right? What's the difference between them
and yourself?
Right? You know what I mean? It's just a different of a belief system. But apart from believing, it's a knowing, right? They know that, hey, I'm divine, I'm good. I practice, I master my
craft. Yeah.
So as opposed to studying all this other stuff, let's study self.
Yes, and it begins there. I love it. Yeah. I love it completely. And two, what people need to realize that some people think it's hard. It's hard for me to eat clean. I'm so addicted to stuff. It's hard for me to work out. I'm so addicted to stuff. But what I tell people is what he just said. When you say it's hard, your mind works on that phrase. And then with that, your body works to say, well, she said it's hard. So if I see her working out, therefore I'm going to make it harder for her. I'm going to make her not want to do it. Say things in her head, like your mind, your memory speak to you, and then in 2 or 3 days, boom, it's hard. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Yeah, so you don't live, you don't say things you don't want to manifest. Speak things into life, speak life into things, and those things become, it blossoms. Like you plant a seed, you have a garden, you plant a seed, you water that seed, and it blossoms. Same thing. So I always tell people, what you say is what happens. And for some people, what I do is go deep down into it. Understand that some people don't know this. People have been growing up in different environments telling you, man, you can't do this and you can't do that. And then they take that thought and that phase or that word from a person and then they say that to themselves, and then they start talking themselves down, and then you go on television, and then that's a different set of programming to people as well, because you're saying you as a Black person can't be able to do certain things because the television is telling you this, and then they're making certain foods enticing, and then with all of the different programming around you, you're left there like, what do I do? You know what I mean? So is there like a way that for you that you think to break that programming to really motivate yourself completely? Like there is a point where you're like, I can't do this no more. Like I give up. How do I break this cycle of this repeated thing that is going on? You have anything in that area?
I think, and sometimes when you're back, you're back against the wall, that's when, people find the power to make this breakthrough, right?
Yeah.
And we would try, but then a part of us is like, we don't like that. We want instant gratification, right? And I'm guilty of that too. We want instant gratification, right? But once it's like you said just now, planting the seed, right? So if you plant the seed, that's manifested right there.
Yes.
But what you have to nourish it now, right? And to nourish it, you can look at it as giving water or stuff. So if you say, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do certain things, then that's all it takes. But you just have to make the simple little step every day. So all it takes is a simple step. But a lot of times we look at the big goal, we look at the end product, right?
Yes.
But not realizing that it takes one little step. So we can reverse the instant gratification and be happy with that little small step that takes you to a journey, right? And I think that can be key as opposed to focusing on the journey or this big step, or you can't do this or you can't do that. Just understand it will take time. We have an abundance of time. You ain't going nowhere. The real you ain't going nowhere.
No. There we go. That is a gem right there. The real you is not going anywhere, because this here is just your earthly body that is here for a time for you to enjoy. But the person that is speaking, the being that is living, that's vibrating on that great frequency, that person isn't going anywhere. That being is here to experience life, and that is it. So when this beautiful being of a body that we've been gifted with has died, my loves, you are gonna still be alive. And that is what I try to tell people, because that fear factor that the Christianity world, not just Christianity, almost our religious world has put into you in terms of when your body dies, that people are so afraid because they think when I die, I'm going to miss that person, or I'm going to miss what is happening here. But you die to a bigger, better experience.
Because like a rebirth, man.
Exactly. Like there we go. So you'll always, it's like, I always tell people, like, your deja vu. It is your past life that you had before, my loves, and you're like experiencing that right now in this moment. So I think fear is what stops people from living in their dream.
And if there's a devil, fear is the devil.
Exactly.
Right? Because fear is so crippling, man. And I've been crippled by fear, and to this day I'm still crippled by fear. We all have a journey, and we're still all going. But in terms of my I don't even like to call it my job, because every day I'm laughing.
I got
many people don't laugh at the job, But it took me 10 years of procrastination before I decided to start it. And again, that's why I got to give thanks to the 6 months where I spent in the UK, because I went to this business conference, right? And the guy said they did a survey of persons on the dying bed, right? And they asked these persons, what are some of the things that you regret?
Yes.
And ain't nobody regret anything that they ever done. They regret the things that they wanted to do, but they never attempt to do it. And then I'm like, I ain't got nothing to lose, So what's even more funny about that is like, when I leave the island, I don't trust too many people, like I said, right? And in the work environment, so persons ask, what are you gonna do when you come back? I didn't plan to come back. But I'm like, when I come back, I'm going to start my personal training business, right?
I like it.
I didn't have no intention of coming back, right? But I said it. And when I realized, like, hey, it's not for me. Every day, without fear, meditation, and I seeing people doing burpees, all kind of stuff in my head. Right? I'm writing down. I'm on the train. I'm saying it. I had like 4 affirmations, and I used to write one on these 11 by 4 papers. I think it was back and forth every day. Every day, man. I'm falling asleep. I come back to Barbados, and within 4 weeks, I'm on my journey. Right. So it all starts with that little 6 months. I would never forget that 6 months. It gave me everything that I need to really understand who I am and to learn self and my ability and all of that good stuff.
Sounds amazing. Truly sounds amazing. And then when you came back, how long did it take for you to be able to just get everything in works?
Pretty much 4 weeks.
I like it. Literally. See that? You see that, people?
Yeah, 4 weeks. Like, I was gonna start on the football field, just doing it outdoors, but then I got this download. Hey, talk to this owner for this gym and see what it says. So I'm like, hey, Rodney, XYZ. Rodney say, okay, ABC, you know, and then bang on. But then now, you know, sometimes persons don't really want to see you doing what they want to do, you know. And then, you know, people just used to looking and have whispering and like I'm sensitive to energy.
Yes. Because you're that open.
Right? Yeah. And then I just kind of like know that, okay, you outstay your welcome. Not necessarily outstay my welcome, but in terms of me.
Your season is over.
Pretty much, right? So I had a chat because I pretty much work from home, which is a blessing. I have a big, nice patio, and life is just funny how everything manifests, right? And just show me that you don't have nothing to worry about because everything fall into place. Everything. Even when I was coming back to this island, right? I called back my landlord. I'm like, hey, I'm coming back home now. Apartment gone the same week, right? But if I had the option of being where I am now and where I was then, it's a no-brainer. And I was pissed off for like 2 weeks or so. What am I gonna do? Because all my plan was revolved around
that. Yes.
Right. But I don't worry no more, man. I don't.
Just let it happen. Let it flow.
I get just here. Just everything just happened. I was supposed to happen, man. And tracking, observing your patterns is key in knowing where you're going.
Yes.
Right? Observing patterns, man. So I like to pay attention to what I do when things happen, how it happened,
how you react.
And I know, like, if I'm doing certain things, even things that might come into my reality, but that might not seem so positive, I'm never fazed because I'm not doing anything to warrant these kind of things. So if this come and it's a challenge or whatever, this is not really a challenge. This is just something to bring me to a higher level. You know, this thing, and I think it's cool. New levels, new devils.
Yeah, isn't it crazy though? Honestly, I have to relate in that level too. It's like, for now, I told a friend of mine in this a few weeks back. I was like, dude, every day I get up, I ask for random days. I love random days. Like, I do not really, I will plan certain things that I want to do in my day, but I also want something beautifully random happen to me. And I've been living these random days for about 9 months. Legit. And I am telling you, every single day, it is beautiful. Like, this wasn't planned. And I'm like, you know what? Let me call him and message him. Whatever happened? And he said yes. And we were talking. I messaged this guy a few hours ago and asked him to do this podcast with me. Understand? I didn't plan to do a podcast today. I had planned to cook, watch TV, feed my dog. I have done all 3 of those things. And then here we go. So I told my friend about having that random day, and then it brought me back to what you were saying earlier about fear. Even though he's on this journey, he's like, I'm scared to have a random day because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm like, you can't say that or understand this journey, because if you're thinking of a bad thing to happen in your random day, then you're not manifesting or healing right, because you're still in the fear factor that anything can go wrong. I am not scared of anything going wrong because I know nothing isn't going to go wrong. So my random days are always good, right? Fear, having to be on a journey, even having to eat, thinking, you know what, I've been going great for these last 3 months and I don't want to go back. That's simple thought of not wanting
Yeah.
to go back is why you can go back.
Right? It's
You know
that
what I mean?
simple.
Talk to me
Yeah.
about that.
It's that simple, man. It's that simple. It's just about understanding that thought become things really and truly, right? And the thought mixed with emotion is very powerful, right? If you have a positive thought, like I've experienced, like, and this is I'm happy about because I experienced everything that I speak of. So it's not like you're taking people's story. It's like I experienced it when I was training to become a butler. Like, I know I got good personality. I'm always excited. I'm good around guests and stuff. But I'm thinking like, oh, which people is act stupid, or which people are gonna treat me like a slave, and all of this stuff, right? And then I realized that I gotta change the vibration. And when I changed the vibration, I started to think positive thoughts, and I started to feel so happy about it and excited. And I was talking to one of the trainers, and I was excited and telling them, "Me, like, you can be good." Fast forward, I was literally the best male butler, and I started to manifest, like, somebody said, any type of success breeds envy. But like, I don't care about the success if I'm not successful energetically. So I had to let that space, right? So it all goes back to how you first you gotta know. Because if you don't know, you're not gonna
experience
operate in a space of knowing it.
Yeah.
But once you know, your words are powerful. Once you know, you can create with your thoughts. You're not gonna entertain certain things you don't want to manifest. It's that simple. Like we were chatting on message earlier, I'm talking about life really simple, but the system of domination and control makes it hard.
Yeah.
Right? Because what they tell us, work hard for whatever you want. My friend, you work hard, I'm gonna set my intention, and I'm gonna just move out of the way. Boom. And I would take action, because you have to take action. We're living in a multi-dimensional world. You have the spiritual and you have the physical, and there's even more, right? But you just have to
come out of the system, like come out of the box that they've created for you.
You don't have to work hard for jack. I mean, you gotta work. You gotta put out a flyer. You gotta call. All of these is work. But that working hard stuff,
it's for self.
That's like, you know what I mean? So you just understand the power of your words. And when you know that you've been gifted with the God essence to create your whatever it is you want to create, right? You will
accomplish that.
Accomplish it. It's impossible for you to not manifest anything you want once you put in the attention.
Here.
Right? Attention, yes.
Yes.
Right? And I want, like, my thing is discipline, because I want to have like a few people that we can come together. Hey, what's your goal? I say, okay, this is my goal.
Yes.
And every day, sit down, minus all the distraction.
Yes.
I just breathe in and focus on that goal. Every day you breathe in and focus on the goal. We will start to think we're magicians, right? But more than with the right set of people and
wanted a go-getter.
But it's that simple, man. Understand your thoughts, and you don't got to worry about fear of this and fear about that. Fear, somebody break it down nicely, past evidence that fear is real, and it is fact. It's fact. You don't need to be afraid of anything.
It's literally, or think of it this way: if you really want to dumb it down, think of it as a man made something. You see how they created AIDS, SARS, Corona, if there's such a thing. All of those things. Fear was actually man-made, people. We have no fear. For example, children. I love to study children, and we're on this journey to be able to understand everything around me. I have taken a backseat from adults. I have just stopped learning from adults completely.
That's very smart.
Yes. I have put back adults. I'm like, listen, I understand y'all had your journey, but right now y'all haven't been teaching us a lot. So we can pause, and I'm going to go back to young. And I decided to go back to children and animals. And let me tell you.
Beautiful teachers.
You know what I mean? Exactly. And the most natural teacher you can ever see, because they are without any negativity. Period. No, it is so beautiful. And you can learn. I literally learned forgiveness from my dog. So serious. I literally learned how to forgive, because you understand that you would do a dog anything, and the next hour or minute, this dog is happy go get a dog. Ain't holding a mouse against you. You know what I mean? So, like, those are the things that you focus on if you want to know how to shed your fear. Watch your children and dogs. A dog will go out on the road, figure out how to cross the street and cross the street without thinking I can get hit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Like I'm so on you with that one. Like children, and because they're more connected to the source than we are, right? They are walking in the presence of I have it all. I don't need to worry. I know it all. They do not see gender. They do not see race. They do not see any of these things, right?
Yes.
And they grew up into this programming now where like I'm a boy, you're a girl. You know, this is this, that is that. You know, I'm not supposed to do this.
Children, or wear this.
There's no color. There's no nothing, right? And they're very, very, very intelligent. They will be looking up and smiling and playing, and you want to know what it is that they're smiling at, right? But they can see beyond what we can comprehend.
Exactly. Because they're new here. They literally just came from there to here. So they are still in between that universe. Yeah,
they're definitely between all those other dimensions, and they can connect with energies from anywhere because that's how divine they are. And that's why sometimes when you see a child and somebody come like, come on, and they're like, oh, no.
They sense that.
They know what they're about. They know they don't want to come. And even if you look at certain animals are just like that, right? Because they come back here with certain intelligence that because when we come back here, we come back into a trick system, right? As we coming back into the womb, right? There's certain journeys that we have to take, right? But then there's so much evil going on, right? Because like I said, we've been studied from different dimensions. We've been studied because a version of you is existing everywhere.
Yes.
Right? A version of you is literally everywhere, right? A higher version of you, which people might call like some people might call it spirit guides and all this. All of these you, there's absolutely nothing outside of self, right? But children are connected to that web of intelligence, right? But animals now, they come in and because they're not studied as much as we are, because we are very, very, very divine. So animals now, they would know like, okay, they'll come up bang on this survival skill, like a baby calf just drop, right? And the mother don't have to teach her survival skills. She just know to get up and go, oh, she's gonna do is protect her, and the body's gonna protect her, right? But they have that instinct to know like, hey, I gotta watch myself around humans, right?
Yes.
We're the cancer of this society. We're the cancer of this planet, right?
Yeah.
Ourselves and don't even know that we're doing it. You know, we break down the forest and stuff. Take away the forest and see how long you're gonna live. No, take away all the honeybees and see how long you're gonna live.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But again, if you're not aware of who you are, if you continue to see separation, then you're going to destroy everything, including yourself. You're definitely not going to destroy Mother Earth.
No, right? she be growing and coming back again. Understand that fact, people?
Yeah, absolutely facts. And my landlord have some dogs, and I swear these dogs are like my teachers. So cool. They play. The other day, I saw all three of them sitting together, and I take a photo of it and I post it on Instagram. No social distancing here.
I love it. There's no such thing. They're not scared of no such thing.
But then they would be in the sun. Like certain times of the day, you would see these dogs in the sun. And then
dude, I cannot. I have to interject there. Like, you literally just made me remember something. So I have a dog here. She was pregnant about a few months back. We didn't know she was pregnant, but all of a sudden I saw her like around 12 to 1 and 2. She would go and lay in the sun, dude. Yeah. Right.
Because then they know what they're doing. They know the energy of everything. They're so connected, right? Because nobody ain't had to come and tell them or give them no curriculum and all these things. Like, we might think we're smart because I understand maths and I understand this. No, you dumb. These are things that
simply put.
Man, because like, what would you be? Like, who? Like, what more could you have done if you wasn't put into a very small box, and give you things to study. So you might think, oh, I choose study this and I choose study. No, really, these people give you the illusion that you choose this, but this is what I want you to study. And even if you go back and check the educational system and see the founders of it and see what these people say, like they don't want smart people, they want a nation full of workers, not thinkers. You know what I mean?
And when they strongly implemented the school system is what you should actually go back and study as well.
Yeah, man. So the animals are connected, and I just look at them and I see the sun I call it sunbathing, right? And they just like the sun, right? And then there's this white akita as well, right? And she hardly ever in the sun, but the brown ones are always in the sun, right? And then, you know, for us melanated persons, we need to, when we're in the sun, in order to absorb the vitamin D, we need to have our palms up, you know, so we can really soak up in the vitamin D. Look at the dog lie down right where the sun is shining, the sun is beaming, and have the stomach exposed. It's like, you want to learn, look at nature,
look at animals,
look at the children, right?
You want to learn how things are supposed to be, look at animals. You want to learn how to love, look at animals, look at babies, look at everything. They are here to teach. I always tell people now, because we're able to be so aware of certain things and more observant, we are always not so distracted. As right now, I could have a podcast with you from wherever you are and have a conversation like this, and you're able to have a successful business without certificate of any kind, just because you wanted that. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like someone told me yesterday that when they were growing up, they had when that person was talking, I took what I noticed, how she was inside about speaking. And she was like, when she was growing up, she had a few lists of things that she wanted to choose from in terms of her educational skills. And then in my head, I'm like, so you didn't think about what you wanted to create, what you wanted to do. You wanted to be what they tell you to be, and these were the lists that they tell you that you can be. And that thinking is what majority of our parents and grandparents thought. And that's what they taught you as well. So you'll find that a lot of you are actually wanting to go into the working force system instead of creating for yourself. And that's why they are minimal entrepreneurs on the ladder. They are not a lot of people out there with their own businesses, and you're going to always be tired. You're not going to have things to leave back for your family. So the moment people learn that you create your life, literally, it is and the thing is, coming on this journey, you realize how simple things are. You literally create your life. What you want to accomplish in life, what you want to work for, is what you can have.
Absolutely.
Hey you, yes you. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for coming to my page. So I would like for you to subscribe, and I also want you to watch the last video, and I hope that you enjoy everything on my channel. Thank you.